Alright, bunch of magic time. Playing some Mono Green Monument in standard, and we'll keep this. We got a monument. Only 2 lands, but that's pretty fine. We got a servant. We got cheap cards. This seems like a pretty aggressive hand. Let's lead on desert. Pass the turn. We can even do our sweet little servant eating our energy so Rampager can do its thing trick. Botanical Sanctum for our opponent. Well, it's Forest, and I think we're just going to Branch Walker. We wouldn't mind just hitting a land to get down this monument and then start playing our creatures. Alright. Sorry, Rishkar. As much as we would like Rishkar, I think we got to mill it here. We get a 3-2 out of the deal. Pass the turn. Blooming Marsh for our opponent. Kills our Branch Walker. And let's see what we draw. It's a Forest. Well, since we drew a Forest, let's just get down Monument. And we will start going from there. Hopefully trampling over for lots and lots of damage. Little worried about Hostage Taker on Aronas' Monument. That would be sad. Pass the turn. Ether Hub for our opponent. And a Long Tusk Cub. Opponent passes. Well, play Oasis. Play Servant of the Conduit. Oh, we tapped improperly here. Alright, play Resilient Kenra. And pass the turn. We still get to leave up our Blossoming Defense, which is good. And we have the ability to block Long Tusk Cub, which is very good. Siphoner for our opponent. Okay. And a Long Tusk Cub. Yep. Opponent passes. Let's see what we draw. Another Resilient Kenra is pretty good. Alright, let's... There's no way we can win here, right? We can pump Resilient Kenra 4 with Blossoming Defense. Yeah, there's no winning. Well, let's play Resilient Kenra. Pump Resilient Kenra. Pump Resilient Kenra again. Play Rampager. Pump Resilient Kenra. Bounce Rampager. Replay Rampager. Bounce Resilient Kenra. And get in for a billion? Probably better known as 10. Opponent takes it. Down to 10. Passes the turn. Well, if we can keep drawing creatures, our life will be really good. I mean, opponent's down to 9. We're not that far away from winning. Opponent also spent their energy. We have a good blocker. Die Young on Servant. Alright. Sure. Kills our Servant. Not going to spend our Blossoming Defense there. Walking Ballista. X1. Yep. Opponent. No attacks. Well, come on, creatures. It's a Forest. That's not what we were hoping for. Well, sack the Desert. Pump Resilient Kenra. Play the Forest. Go to combat. And I think we're just on the aggro plan. Attack, attack, attack. Force our opponent to do some chumping. Opponent blocks. If they don't block something else, we'll go for the Blossoming Defense win. Alright, blocks and blocks and blocks. Okay. This is a risky block for our opponent. Pings. Okay. I don't think that worked how our opponent was hoping. Pass the turn. So they still have a Siphoner, but we're pretty close to winning. Man, we need a creature. Any cheap creature just to trigger Monument should close out the game. And our opponent scoops it up. They just did not have the answers. Did not have it. Alright, against this deck, how do we compete? Sultai Energy. We can try to bring in a couple more pounces, potentially. Maybe go down one Bestiary and go down one Rishkar. Shaper's Sanctuary is also interesting. Fatal Push, it shuts down. Maybe we go 2 pounds, 1 Shaper's Sanctuary. And maybe go down 1 Blossoming Defense for Shaper's Sanctuary. Try it like that. That looks reasonable. Alright, well, we got our Shaper's Sanctuary, which I like. And we got a lot of power, actually. Sanctum for our opponent. And there's a tune. Getting the energy flowing. Opponent passes. Bestiary 2. I think we have to Rampager this turn to get an energy. And maybe have it as a blocker in a pinch. Depending on what our opponent does. Ether Hub. More energies. And there's the cub. Well, I'm not happy about this, but Rampager, bounce. Man, the odds of that working are pretty small. Alright, play Shaper Sanctuary. We're just going to have to take this cub hit, unfortunately. Another Ether Hub. Alright, so our opponent would have had enough energy to pump past our Rampager anyway. And yeah, more than enough. Well, I guess we're hoping that this Ronas is going to save the day. Opponent gets in for about $1 billion with the cub. Oh boy, getting buried against the cub on the draw. Man, Attune with Ether should just, it's got to go. Ban it, ban it, ban it. No one will miss it. Because it's not that Attune is too good, but it does this very consistently. And lets you play Scarab God and whatever else you want in your deck. Over and over and over again. As much as I love Lifecrafter's Bestiary, how do we do this? Well, let's just Ronas. Pass the turn. We'll see. Ronas is a good cub blocker, but it doesn't do anything this turn, and it's still going to be fragile. Because if they can, like, kill our Rampager, then we can't block, and then we die to this massive cub. More lands. And there's a Hostage Taker. And that probably just does it, actually. Quite literally. We draw a Branch Walker. We don't really have a way to kill the Hostage Taker. And now we just take $1 billion from the cub. And our opponent can even cast the Ronas, which is Nightmares, Nightmares, Nightmares. Pumps the cub. Yeah. Well, Forest. Yeah, there's not really... Yeah, we're just going to concede. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I guess we'll keep the Blossoming Defense. Try it like that. Alright, we get to play first. And we got a lot of power. That's something. I mean, Verdurous Gearhulk is a very strong Magic card. So we'll see. In theory, we have a blocker for turn 1 cub, which would be wonderful to not get cubbed. Pass that test, at least. So that's Forest and Greenbelt Rampager. Get some energy. Pass the turn. So really, I think we mostly just want to draw land to cast Gearhulks on time. I think that's probably our best bet here. Blooming Marsh for our opponent. Are they attuning? They're attuning. Alright, there's a tune with Ether. It's a Forest. We draw Blossoming Defense. Well, play Rampager. Get some energy. Play Rampager. This time we get to keep Rampager. Pass the turn. Blossoming Defense isn't bad. Ether Hub. Another energy. And Winding Constrictor. That is scary. Well, play a Forest. Play Resilient Kenra. Pump Rampager. Get in 4/5. And we're back to being one land away from casting Verdurous Gearhulks. Winding Constrictor is scary, though. Tap land. And Siphoner. Alright. Yep. 2 energy. So opponent's going to start to get to start drawing extra cards. No attacks. Well, play Scavenger Grounds. Rishkar is actually a pretty good draw here. Play Rishkar. Pump, pump. Not only does this let us keep attacking, but it also pretty much guarantees, or makes it very likely, we're going to be able to Verdurous Gearhulk next turn. Opponent takes the beads. Down to 8. Alright. Well, what do you got, opponent? Drawn down to 7? Are we going to take down the Energy Beast with Mono Green Monument? Sultai Energy Beast? Not Teamer, but 4 is for our opponent. If they Hostage Taker, we can fizzle it with Blossoming Defense. There's Hostage Taker. Well, yeah. Let's Blossoming Defense. I think land is our best draw, but even without land, casting this Verdurous should be pretty good. Rampager. Well, let's Verdurous Gearhulk. 5. Maybe, how do we want to do these counters? Yeah, I guess this is good. Counters, counters. Go attacking. Opponent's got to block at least 1 creature. And if they want to block... If they want to kill a creature, they have to block with everything, so we'll get to kill Siphoner and Constrictor. Opponent jumps. And jumps. Alright. Well, that works. Opponent takes 0, but we got a pretty good board. Opponent draws down to 6. What do you got, opponent? Tap land. Okay. And our opponent scoops it up. We got there. Wow. We got buried by the Hearthstone Cub in game 2, but managed to take down the match with some pretty sweet stomping. Not bad, not bad. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, take a second and click that like button down below. It's a great way to help support the channel for free. And you can find the next video in the playlist right here.